Ooh, on myself, I'm doing big work. Ooh, in my office, doing big work. Big work, big work. In LA, I'm doing big work. Big work, ayy. Getting paid, doing big work. What? Big work. What? Ayy. Big work. Hold up. Ayy. On myself, I'm talking big work. That big work, ayy.
Hey, how you doing? I want to go ahead and let you introduce yourself to everybody.
East the deal. It's your favorite Eastside nigga, Eastside Kboy. It's the word.
Okay, so for the people who don't know you and aren't familiar, tell us a little bit about you, who you are, and what you actually do.
I'm Eastside Kboy. I'm a South Central native from a place called the Low Bottom Eastside. I'm a South Central rap artist, and I do my thing. I'm real big in my section, and I bring more to the table than just music, though. You know, I got a lot of resources. Everybody deal with me. I know a lot of big people around the industry, around the streets, around the globe.
Okay, so you kind of like a networking king?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, so what is it that you feel like you're most known for?
Music and just being from my area.
Okay. All right, and then I read somewhere that you work with Nipsey, correct?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was cool. Me and Nipsey was real friends.
Mm-hmm.
So we met each other back, I don't know, I want to say like 05 at this place called the Mixed Nuts Comedy Club. And if anybody's familiar with that, it's in LA, but it's on 10th and Washington. Mm-hmm. And that's a blood neighborhood. But me and him had I don't want to call it a talent show, but they was doing stuff for artists, and we happened to perform there at the same time.
So you guys have songs together?
Well, we really didn't have too many songs together. We got one, me, him, and Joe Moses together called Flags Up. But other than that, it was just really a real friendship, a real relationship. But that's when we met, though.
And how did that come about, the Flags Up with you, Nipsey, and Joe Moses?
It's funny because I tell this story, but not a lot on platforms. Me and Nip, we was like close by that time. So Joe Moses had wanted Nipsey on a song. I went to Sloss and Tees at the time before it was a marathon. Sloss and Tees. Nip was outside, Big U was there. So protocol, I believe in protocol, so I asked Big U like, hey, Joe Moses want to do a song with Nipsey. You know Joe Moses from VNG, but Big U already knew Joe Moses' pops. So he like, yeah, if Nip want to do it, he can do it. I asked Nip. Nip was down with it. We drove over to the studio that they had, like close to Joe Moses' section. And before we walked in there, Nip like, hey man, you think these niggas gonna trip on me? Mm-hmm. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm trying to tell you, dudes be really fans and like supporters. I know you from where you from. I said, at the end of the day, you know, we still bang the same color, so if they trip on you, they trip on me. But I said, bro, that's not gonna happen, trust me. So we go in there, long story short, we go into the studio. Of course, you could feel the tension because, you know, Nip from where he from and Joe Moses from where he from. So Nip goes in the booth, he does the most extra out 6-0 verse. As soon as he walk out the booth, it's like a moment of silence. And then a few niggas hopped up like, on Bloods, that shit was hard. And I just looked at Nip across the room like, I told you so. And one of our close friends, a super producer named Accolades, he was there, so he was there to witness that. So yeah, so I got a lot of people that was there to back up that story.
Okay, that sounds like a throwback story. So what is it of all of your accolades that you are like most proud of, like yourself, like, you know?
I made it to the radio before.
What station?
Part 106. I made it on the radio before. That's a big accomplishment. But my most recent accomplishment is having 12 billboards across my section on the east side.
Oh, that's real big.
I had solidified a partnership with Shockerwear. It's a t-shirt brand out here in LA that's real big. And they gave me 12 billboards, and they up right now as we speak.
Oh yeah, I gotta go check that out. You gotta let us know where we can check it out at.
Yeah, go on Vernon and San Pedro. Tell them Kboy sent you.
So what do you have coming up, like next? What's next for you?
Right now, I've been working on this EP. I'm really working on an EP series, but I don't want to give too much game because I don't want nobody to steal my idea. But the first EP I'm working on, I've been in the studio a lot with the producers, Rich Assholes. Mm-hmm. But Problem, the rapper Problem.
Love him.
He like really helping facilitate this move that I got going on right now. So You know, Problem is gonna be an executive producer, him and Dave East. And then I'm co-producing it, and as well as my manager, Pooh, that's over here. It's called Party on 48th Street. We're not sure how we're gonna put it out just yet, because we got a lot of business. So we don't know how we're gonna put it out, who we're gonna put it out to, but just know that it's gonna be big when we do. Yeah.
Any artists to look out for, features, anybody you got on there already?
The only song that I got on there is with Problem and Davies. And the only features that I do have on there, but I got production from them joints and the Eastside Kboy. That's a production duo that did the Chosen beat for Blast. That went gold. So I got them doing production on there.
I want to get a little bit more personal with you and know, Eastside Kboy as a person. Like, are you a family man? Like, let us know a little bit more personal about you.
Yeah, I'm a family man. I have 4 kids with the same woman that's here right now. It's the love right now. That's Miss Yellow Rose.
That's beautiful. I met her.
Yeah.
And what else outside of, being a family man do you do outside of the music? Like something that, you might not expect.
Well, I do like a lot of stuff. Like, me and my manager, we big on giving back. So right now I've been in talks with the council people on my side of town, it's District 9. That's on the east side, talking about doing like giveaways and giving back to the community and things like that for all the kids and stuff. So I do things like that. I really help a lot of people behind the scenes that I really don't need the praise for publicly. They know what's going on, but I do a lot for a lot of people that's out here. I mean, I'm really like the connector and connect the dots, especially in the streets.
Any special charities that you have or donate to or you like specifically?
Well, I don't have a specific charity. It's just we try to come up with our own events and our own, we trying to do our own thing. Right now, it's in the works, it's in the talks for us doing what we need to do. Start back with my community first. That's what I want to do right now. I want to start back with my community because, speaking of my community, like I said, I'm from the low bottom east side, so it's a lot of history over there, and I'm trying to let everybody know what's the history. Like before there was a Lamert Park, that was Central Avenue. That's why the jazz festivals be so big where I'm from. So, when black people was allowed to come to Los Angeles, they came to my area first, and that's the 40s. It's on Central Avenue. So that's where Billie Holiday played. It was an apartment called the Dunbar Hotel, which is apartments now, and that's the only place that blacks was allowed. The only space that blacks was allowed to come, party, do they jazz, sing, and all that, and get down. That was it. And the first Black Panthers was started on 41st and Central. Yeah, so. It's a documentary, you can look it up on YouTube. It's called 41st and Central to get in detail, but things like that, like the name of my park is Gilbert Lindsay. That was a black man. A lot of people don't know that. So, he was doing things in the neighborhood real big. And then, the people kind of turned on him, but you got to do your own research about that. But yeah, and my park was like the original Wrigley Field back in the day for baseball. So it's a lot of history over there, so that's what I'm trying to bring when I spread the word about my side of town. It's not just all about the gangs and the street shit that people always be wanting to know about and want to hear. It's bigger than that.
Right. So I want to get a little bit more personal, and I know you lost a couple of people that are close to you. Want to touch bases on that and tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, well, yeah. Everybody knows that I was real close to my brother, my older brother. I lost him November 10th, 2017. And that was my road dog, so that was a real low point in my life when I lost him. I still go through it now to this day. Honestly, I just deal with it a certain way, but yeah, that was a big loss. So I lost him to the streets. Me and him from the same neighborhood, and I actually lost him in the neighborhood, so it was big. And then just recently, I just lost my granny. It was my everything, my mom's mom. I mean, that's my heart. She just passed away a year ago. She had a stroke, so it's been big. I feel like I got the weight of the world on my shoulders, but I'm a thug it out. I gotta be the man for my whole family, for my family that I created, and also my mom's, my little sister, my grandfather, and all that. So, a lot of people don't be understanding what people be going through. I feel like we all deal with mental health and all that. It's just the way how you go about it. But every day I go through it, missing them too, just dealing with other personal things that I go through just as a human being. So, but I'm coping with it. I got a great support system.
Yeah.
You know, my 2 riders is here with me, so as long as I got them, I'll be good, along with other people, but these are the main ones.
Right. So outside of your family, your wife and everything, what's something that helps you get through that, or that is currently still helping you get through those things? Is it music?
It's music. Music is really my therapy. Music is my safe place. I can get away. I can really just tap in. It's really just music.
Okay. And I really wanted to know, like, how did you get started in music? Like, you know, how did this come about?
Well, when I was a teenager, I met my manager's little brother, G Malone, Glasses Malone. I met him through one of my homegirls. Her name is Polka. She used to do music. So Polka introduced me to G Malone. I think I probably was like 19, 18, 19, one of them, or 17, one of the late teens. And he was telling me that he was from Black Wall Street. Me being ignorant at the time and not knowing and oblivious to what was going on over there, all I knew that the Black Wall Street was full of Bloods. And he told me he was a Crip, so I thought he was lying. Instantly, like, nigga, you are not from Black Wall Street. But I rapped for him, he liked it. He came back like a week later, and he played me the song called 200. I got 100 Crips and 100 Power Rules. I fell in love with the record. He introduced me to his brother, who's here now, Pooh, his other brother, K-Style, and we start rocking. So then they introduced me to their business friend, who taught everybody the game of business. His name is Jazzy D. Then he took me underneath his wing and he started teaching me everything about the game that I should know about publishing and royalties and all the things that I should know about music and copyrights and owning your name and trademarks and things of that nature.
That's really important.
Yeah, it's very important because a lot of people out here, your favorite rappers be out here getting all these shows and doing all this music and their business don't be right. And there's some money out there for them that they don't even know because they don't have the proper people around them, their team rather, to explain to them and let them know what's going on. So I was just blessed enough to have that at a young age, so I started young. So that's how I started with them, with the Blue Division. And then it's like full circle. We never lost contact or anything. It's just now Pooh took the place because he more in depth with the manager side. Like he come out a lot, he in the field, he in the streets. He out here, he know the network as well as I do. So I feel like me and him, our 2-man tandem combo is, yeah, we good together.
Who are some of your key people in your team outside of just a manager, or is it just you and your manager?
Like the bulk of it is me and him.
Okay.
We got other people around us. Like, you know, we got our sister named Vina. She does a lot of things. Like, she's hands-on. She's amazing. Okay. She makes sure that all my music is coded right. Y'all not gonna understand it, but she does all the things that has to do with the music and making sure that I can get paid when we put it out the right way. Then I get all the money and the royalties that's due to me. We got Justin. He's on the manager side. He got an artist over there. Like, we got a whole company called Real Music Lives.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? So to break it down like that. But Pooh runs it though.
Okay.
My manager runs it.
That's what's up.
And then Justin, he do his thing. He got an artist named Ruben.
He's a manager also, Justin?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Got an artist named Ruben. He real dope. Artist named Lil Joe. And then we took on one of my friends that I started with Blue Division 2. His name Conflict. So he manages him too. So we got a cold little team outside of us too, but it's really the bulk is just me and him. We the ones that's on the pavement, hands-on with everything.
You gotta get yourself a publicist. Every artist needs a publicist. I'm a publicist, one of the best in LA, you know?
Okay.
So every artist, I just want to stress that, because I always hear artists saying, you know, they got managers and I do it with my manager, but you got to focus on being an artist.
For sure.
You know? So I just wanted to point that out. Publicist is very necessary.
Shameless promotion, I feel you.
Yeah.
I got you. Nah, that'll be something that we interested in. You know, after we do this, you could talk to him and put everything into perspective. But yeah, we've been talking about that for a long time as well too. We just don't know who to deal with, because everybody said they can do things and then
Don't really know how to
you give
produce.
them the money, and I could have did all that myself because I know everybody anyway.
Yeah, but you gotta focus on being an artist though.
You're right.
You know, something to think about. Where can everybody find you at? Like, if they're looking for you, if they're not familiar with you, what's your social media? You got a website? I know you said you got a company. Like, where can we find you at? Outside of the billboard.
Oh yeah, my biggest platform is Instagram. It's
Okay.
Eastside_Kboy, but everything, all my handles is Eastside Kboy. Instagram is just Eastside_Kboy. Okay. And you can find me just really doing my thing all over the city and really trying to just get this brand out. Cause I am the brand to get this music. Cause I know I'm respected all through the industry just because of my personality and I'm a cool dude, I'm solid and all that, but I want them to respect me as an artist.
Right.
And also as a businessman in the work. So yeah, you can find me just out doing my thing all the time with some of your favorite artists.
You got any performances, or do you perform? Can people book you to perform?
Yeah.
You know, how do we get in contact with
You could book you could book me.
you as the
I'll
artist?
at my manager. We getting all the dough.
How do you holler at your manager? We need to know.
At Pooh Lampkin.
At Pooh Lampkin. All right.
Pooh_Lampkin. LAMKIN.
Got you.
Yeah,
All
get
right.
at him.
Well, I want to thank you for coming to Bigwork. We got Eastside Kboy. I'm Everything Hazel. It was such a pleasure. I never even knew all the things you told me about the Eastside Low Bottoms and all that, because my mom is from the Eastside Low Bottoms, so that's kind of interesting for me to hear
That's dope.
too.
What part you from?
I'm not sure. Where's she over there? She over there off of McKinley? Yeah, over there.
I was raised on 49th and McKinley, so where was
My
you at?
aunt lived on 49th and McKinley.
Who's
Still
your
to this
aunt?
day.
Miss
Eleanor.
Pat?
You know,
Oh, Eleanor
Mhm.
on 49?
She still live on 49th.
Miss
right
Eleanor,
now.
I think it's the blue house.
No, it's
Is it
like
in the middle?
the house in the middle behind in front of the apartments. It's like a pink house.
Oh, the Fantasy Lane? My granny owned that. That's where I was raised
There in
at.
the front.
Yeah, that's where I was raised at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, my mom grew up over there.
Nah, yeah. They probably know my granny and everything. And my aunties and all that. My mom's, yeah.
I'm sure everybody know everybody. Especially
We sold
in the
that
same-
property, but we own that. All the pink apartments, like we call it the courts, but it said Fantasy Lane on it. Yeah, my granny had owned it. We sold it though now, but yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you. Everything. We're gonna look out for you and all your social media networks, and I'm gonna be waiting on that. It's the EP you dropping?
Yeah, it's an EP. It's
Okay.
called Party on 48th Street.
Party on 48th Street. So we're gonna be looking out for that. All right. Let
Yeah.
us know where we can find it. Follow him on all his social media networks. And thank you for coming.
Thank y'all for having me, because I do big work.
You gotta be big to be on Bigwork.